All right, my name is Joe Henderson. I'm the president and founder of Estate Map. I'm going to ask you to do something unusual for a demo. I'm going to ask everyone here to close your eyes. And actually, for real, close your eyes. Keep them closed until I tell you to open them. Because I'm going to ask you a serious question. What if you died right now? Good, huh? Keep them closed. Now, would anyone know where to find your login names and passwords for all sorts of websites where you keep stuff? Would they know where to find online photos that you store digitally? Would they know how to find all your asset accounts? Okay, you can go ahead and open them. That was just, I wanted to get you focused. So you got some sort of an idea of what inspired the creation of Estate Map. We're going to get Jamie here registering for an Estate Map account live and in person. This is a younger demographic than most, so a lot of you probably haven't really thought about estate planning. You might think, big whoop, if I die, who cares? No one will be able to find how to access my Facebook. And you know, you're kind of right, because in fact, more than 10,000 Facebook users die every day. And you can bet a lot of them did not see that coming. So what happens when they die? If they didn't plan, if they didn't use the Estate Map, then their loved ones are left behind trying to figure out not only how to navigate their estate map, but how to access their digital photos and all sorts of different online accounts. And it's not just online accounts. In fact, there's real asset accounts that are left on the table because, get this, an estimated 25% of life insurance policies go unclaimed, which I find insane. But, so you got to use the Estate Map. But what happens to that money? Well, it doesn't go to the beneficiaries. That money eventually gets turned over to state and federal governments who are currently sitting on over $50 billion in unclaimed assets. So we're talking a lot of real money that gets left on the table simply because people did not plan. So, oh, look, Jamie's already registered. Look, it was like that. So here you get taken right into a quick intake interview. He's going to go ahead. We got all his primary information here. His name is Jamie Mini Demo, which is really cool given that we're at Mini Demo. So we ask for some basic information from our users. Co-pilot in the picture, that means do you have a partner or a spouse? So we start gathering right off the bat some of your basic information just to get you started in the estate map. Hatchlings, that's your kids. So one thing that we recognize is, look, here's the bad news. You're all going to die someday. It's not necessarily going to happen today, but it's going to happen someday. So we figure we don't need to be all macabre and sad or like have cherub-like angels floating around. So we just say, you know what, we're just going to face this head on. We're going to be a little bit cheeky. So we go and we gather all your information. Identify your advisors. That's a little less fun. So for example, Jamie's going to put me down. I'm an estate lawyer by trade. I've been a lawyer for 17 years. That is what inspired the creation of Estate Map, was my experience with a whole bunch of people and seeing just how much crap gets left unaddressed. Here we got our spiritual advisor, Mr. Pastor Paul Prince, who I think is somewhere here. Could I? So a shout out to Paul Prince, because I would like to share some information with him after I'm dead. Who will eventually access your information? This is where the rubber meets the road for Estate Map. This is, you get to decide what information you want to share, with whom, and when. And so Jamie's making some selections. You can do default sharing, or you can just piece by piece information, add different people that we call recipients. Here we've got trusted recipients. That's how we make Estate Map work. The people that you say you trust enough to report you disabled or dead, as soon as at least 2 of them report you disabled or dead, we contact everyone that you've named and we say, hey, guess what? Jamie wants to share some information with you. We're going to go ahead and we're going to gather more information here. Where's your moolah? All your asset accounts. All this stuff is really just in order to get your estate map kicked off. Because what's going to happen is we're going to build sort of a mini profile for you, capture some of the most important information that you need to save and share with other people when you're dead. Okay, we're down to 2 minutes, so we got to cruise. So moolah, plastic. We want to know credit accounts, all your debts. So we're going to cruise through that. We're running low on time. Online life. We just picked a top 20-something. What are the most popular online accounts that people store information? So we're going to grab that stuff. We're going to keep going. Estate planning documents, if you have any. People die and have wills, and no one knows where to find them. So we want people to know where to find them. Under my bed, in the freezer. So here, look. Here we are, just during this mini demo. You have just saved some really fundamental information that you're going to be able to share with your loved ones after you're dead. And we're going to go to the home page now. You're going to see that there are categories of information: asset, estate, and personal information. We're going to skip the tour. All of those categories are broken down into subcategories. We're going to click on advisors. We're going to show you a quick view of what happens once you, we're going to get into Paul. Paul Prinz. There's his basic contact details. Recipients. Those are the people we want to share the information with. Look, I set my timer at 6 minutes. Instructions. I want Paul to sing hymns to me at my bedside if I'm in hospice. So, and then any relevant attachments. You'll see this type of a form repeated throughout a state map. So it really just captures some of the most basic fundamental information, indicates what information you want to share, with whom, and when. And now we'll close this. We're going to go back. You know what? I wish we could go through a lot more of the bells and whistles. But what we're going to do is, I have never stood in front of a room of so many super smart geeks. So I want you guys to actually use this. We're going to give you, we talked about, oh, do we give them a discount or whatever? So we said, no, we would like you guys to register for this for free. We're going to give the first year free. Between now and Sunday, use the promo code MINIDEMO and sign up. And what I want you to do is beat us up, give us your feedback. I want really good, smart people. We're still in beta. We anticipate a launch, by a public marketing launch by the end of this year. Thank you all. Oh, and Jamie Maxson is the lead developer. He's a full stack guy. He's the genius behind the curtain.